Kublai pi baro apya pe yakari khasi channel bangi wan rasha pi ya ka thuk khubor chakani ka tiyo menta ki phangi ba kongsan wan ra mentri rangba ya ka mang tingka jong ka jala ka baduna 8000 arpu khandai klor tingka ka sarkar ka dangwa dikilat kilinti habai dei ba ka jing bamyo atulop ki nongtre ki artli ki adc ong ba preston dawa tokit ki mla liang persha ya ka jing pentri kam ya ka scheme jjm David Lay ke sarkar halor ka kai pot ka jingdon u do yong ha depo ong u Dr. Mukul. Ka jing bam light por ki regional committee ka long ka jing ka jing yakren pen bet put ong ba prestun. Ki pulit ke jela ki lalong ki balakre lada ja ba ka GNLA ka mi perthai biang. Beliau menteri ka tanat Ayush ya ki project ka nea ban pen klan ki kam sumar Ayurveda bad homeopathy. Bat kiwe di Khubor. Ngenya pai matash ki Khubor banya. Menteri rang ba ka jela konrad ke sangma mana ka singi balang jong ka Taiew ulawan ra ya ka mang tingka jong ka snem 8000 arpu saw arpu san jong ka jela ka baduna hado 8000 arpu khandai klor tingka kata ka balong hado kumba lai point prapulai percent jong ka gross state domestic product GDSP ya habala nyolang ru ya kani kum kata ka mission 10 ka beri ka plan na ka bentaban kintiu ya ka yok ka kot jong ka jela ka ba $10 billion shwa ka snem 8000 apupra
Kajing yo lumpisa barok lang kalong arpo nyo hajar nyo po klor tengka haka balamang baka revenue receipt kan long arpo lai hajar sanspa khat san klor tengka patka capital receipt kan long lai hajar sanspa san ponyo klor tengka ong ukan rat haka jingkren hapo kemang tengka haba pelai no ya kajing shimram ba lai hajar sanspa arpo nyo klor tengka kajing yo lum pisa balamang kan long arpo lai hajar sanspa sapusan klor tengka Walong haba benrap ba kajingmang ban pelut kalong arpunyo hajar nyo po klot tengka ya ka ba ka revenue expenditure lamang karkenda hajan ruspa san polai klot tengka pada capital expenditure kan long nyo hajar saus pa karkendai klot tengka Walong ba kajing siu ya kesut jong usnem 8000 posa 8000 posan lamang ban long 6000 aspa lai penru klot tengka bar kajing siu ya ka bai bam temen kalong 6000 plus pa posan klot tengka Menteri rang ba ola kamru ba katong jong kecila kalong pankan de kawai na kispo tali kecila bahakli du jong kari haba pai se katong jong ka GDP bat SDG hapo usnem ajar lai po kabadai ka jing ang not bat kabala pat ban pen urlong ula ang ba katong bat pelong arsya ya ka GSDP bat pelong ya mekalaya $2 billion economy kadai ka bala bu ya ka GSDP usnem ajar po lai kum usnem stang ya ka jing yanu jor haba ka GSDP yang kecela kadang day sao po hajar rius pa kandai po nyo klot tengka lane $1.9 billion Menteri rang ba ulawan ra ru ya ke gender budget bat ai ke mang tengka basan hajar ars pa nyo po wei klot tengka dagam ta usnem hajar pusau kajing bah pisa segi kam halo kajing long jingmang kamar yang kalong sao hajar san spa wei klot tengka Ukon rat loong bakamang tengka nak benta kisamla ke bakentup ye barok kikam kiban lek nak benta kisamla kan long arhaja plus pa san pulai klor nalor kita menteri lang ba ola kren ru spang kibobon kimang kibala ka sarkar jela ka don kampan pelot
Evening to everyone. As you're aware that we have presented the budget for 2024-25 and as you're aware that the budget has been termed as a Mission 10 budget, and that is because we have been focusing on the target of the state government to reach a $10 billion economy, and to achieve that goal we have identified 10 opportunities where we can create those different scope where we can actually move towards that kind of economy. And while we grow in that economy, we have also looked at 10 commitments that we're making towards the people of the state. And it also, as I said, the 2028 year will coincide with the 10 years of the MDA government. So it's a Mission 10 document and a Mission 10 budget. We are hopeful that we'll be able to move in this direction. The different sectors that have been identified, you must have seen the presentation of the budget is done more from a vision perspective, and it is not the normal way of giving all the departmental breakups, because we have tried to do that in different paragraphs, but we have tried to combine the overall vision of the state, because we feel that if you don't connect the dots, then the whole story does not come out and you actually miss the ultimate goal and objective of what you're trying to do. So it's a very differently structured budget speech, but you will see that it is very, very focused in terms of what we want to do, and is giving a very realistic figure of what we're trying to achieve. Some interesting numbers which you will see is also the GSDP growth. And if you can see that towards the end from 2019, 2020, you can see that it's been a continuous upward trend. And this is, of course, in line with our target. As mentioned, we are, from the date we had started and expressed our desire to move towards our goal to move towards a $10 billion economy. Today, we are projecting that we should be touching $6.6 billion in the next financial year. So we are definitely moving towards that target. Another very interesting chart to notice out here and see is the actual expenditure. Again, if you look at the expenditures, you will see that from 2019-20, from a 10,000 rupee expenditure, and these are actual expenditures, by the way. This will keep going up, and as you can see, we are targeting to touch 27,000 crores in the next financial year. So this chart is a very good and strong reflective reflection of the kind of commitment and the work and the efficiency with which the absorption capacity of the state has gone up because of the work that is happening at the grassroots, and that is because of the team that we have at the grassroots level and obviously in the government level. And so it's reflecting a very positive growth story of the state. So keeping that in mind, as I said, we have presented the budget, and as you can see that there are a lot of stress and areas where we are focusing a lot. For example, we are focusing a lot on the urban centric approach. We want to create growth centers. We are focusing on road connectivity. We are focusing on power production and power stability, so on and so forth. There are many important objectives that have been given by the state.
Umintri rangbao Konrad ke sangma uloong ba ka Sarkar jila kalong ka ba kloy ban ai ka jing kasan ka jong ka habaro ki liang kat bakala Henry ka jing kli ka ba khamat e ka dei ba ka shong haki Autonomous District Council na ma ki rukom tri kam ka jong ki kalong ka ba light lut bat bikila ro ban shim ya ki sen jam na ka benta ki kamera pisa bat ki jing kala halade bat ru ban shim ya ki wi pat ki sen jam ban penyat kam yalade da ka bor light lut
Namar kata ke sarkar kamla ban simpura ya ki jingkit kli ha ke baya day ba ke jingsiu tulop inre ke sarkar kala persyang ban wat ya ki lat kilinti kumno ban kersya ya ki bad ya kene ke kam la dang kmi bnya kumno ban yarap ya ki ulong ba habaya day bat ke jingsiu tulop la ban yo ke jingtip ba bnya na ke district council jong ke GHADC ulaba namar ka jing sha khang ka kam ti deu yong ka balak ta bha yaki pat menta ka sarkar ka dang yai up ya kiru kom ti deu yong kat kum ka jing start sayan.
So government has been supporting in every way possible, but as I said, the primary responsibility lies with the autonomous councils because they are autonomous in nature, and they have to take care of their own finances and their own reforms and other steps and administer themselves independently. Therefore, we are obviously there to help and support, but we cannot take full responsibility of giving the salary. But we are trying to find ways and means in which we can figure out if there's some way to further support them. The matter is being examined, and we'll see what we can do. And the fact that this 32 months is actually incorrect as far as my information that has come to me. Many months' salaries actually have been paid in the last 2 years, 3 years. If you were to go and get the factual information from the District Council of Garo Hills, Autonomous District Council, then they will give you the full details. So I would urge that you could speak to the CEM also.
So does it really, does it mean that the royalty shares being given to the district council is not sufficient for them to really pay their employees?
Because of the coal ban earlier, that hit them a lot. And then now, of course, we are waiting for the scientific mining process to start. So therefore, the sources are now limited. The non-tax revenue has gone down, as you're aware, because of the different challenges we faced with the mining procedure and process and all the bans that took place earlier. So we are yet to recover fully, and obviously councils are affected directly because of that. So that is a major challenge.
Menteri Rang Ba Barim ka Sarkar Jila Dr. Mukul Sangma menhak sini kong jong Taiew labatha ya ka Sarkar MDA bakan sange no ya ka jingle politics hak baide baka Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act MRSSA kabatmu bante alakam ya ka jing yo rung kerthep ki bar jila bat ki poiwer shapo pul usam jong ka jila
Habai simbenta hakajing yatai hakajing kren ulat u Dr. Mukul ulaong baka MRSSA kadai kawai na kain babiang baha kabadon hakane ka perthai pantela ka me kajingrung kerteng ki ba jela bat ki poiwer lamanjor lang yaka da ka yingdor ba thau ain harengkat kajingdon benta lang jong ki kinhon ba pher hakis nem balalai no ulaong ba ki babun kiri kenthop ka USA UK kidangwat ya kilat kilenti kumno bantela kam yaki poiwer namar bakim don satya ya ka ain kum kane bat ulapan pau ya kajing kwa bat kentu ya borok kentup ka sarkar pakan kin kongsan ya kene ka ain badan kam ka balawan ra na kebenta kabit kebiang jong ka jela badula ong ban umdei ban yele politik ya kene unne menteri Rang Ba Barim ulak no ba ya kene ka ain la set hakaruli pja nadu usnem hajar khat pra namar ula ong balada ya rai ban yele politik bat kene ka ain ka bakta ya ka baha kambet jong pai ba.
As I have mentioned, Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. You look at its positive implication, the positive ramification in the overall approach to governance of the state by different authorities. You with me? By different authorities. It's not just the authorities at the highest level. Not only the authorities at the district level, but even at the community level, at the village level. This is the only act which has defined the traditional institutions. Please remember the other judgment pertaining to the judgment by the Honorable High Court then in respect to the issue of the recognition of the headman in respect of the High Court order issued by the Honorable Justice S.R. Sen. You see? So, this act has given a kind of legal mandate to the status of the traditional institutions. Okay? So, you can understand the magnitude of importance of this act. Based on these, nobody can now question. Nobody can question the existence and the authority of discharging their responsibilities and power thereof as per the mandate of the provision of the Constitution under the para 4 of the 6th rule of the Constitution. You see? So therefore, you have somehow legally mandated them to enforce the provision of the law, provision of the traditional customary laws and various other laws which are in consistence with the mandate of the provision of the Constitution in as far as the 6th schedule is concerned. So, therefore, in addition to that, you look at the various other application of the law. The application of law creates an involvement of both traditional institutions, the community, and also the state authorities, which includes the police and district authority. So, therefore, there is minimum scope for any complicity of any authorities under the government in order to dilute the application and mandate of the law. You understand? Because people themselves are involved. So it's a kind of law which was designed after having this exhaustive engagement, due diligence, and exhaustive over a period of time. It was not something which was done hurriedly. It was an offshoot of an exhaustive, long-drawn engagement, discussion, deliberation involving stakeholders, and having understood the actual, complexity of the problems which this act is intended to deal with. You see, you have lots of complexity when you talk about illegal immigration, when you talk of illegal immigration and the problem of influx, because the concern of the people is also to look at the demography of the state. How we can ensure that the very demography, the population structure and the demography structure, some or other, do not get over a period of time changed or diluted in a manner that gives reasons for the indigenous tribes to be more concerned about their future. So that's the idea, and which is again very crucial for safety, security, and peace.
Well, Doctor, the Centre has returned MRS's Amendment Bill 2020 to the state government to reconsider. What do you think about this?
I have said this before the August House today. Was it necessary to amend the Act? If they want to amend the Act, they have to look at the legislative jurisdiction of the state legislature vis-a-vis the constitutional provision. I have said that we have done a tightrope walking. We have explored the possibility of doing maximum in as far as the legislative jurisdiction of the state legislature is concerned under the mandate of the constitution of this great nation. You can't go beyond the legislative mandate of the constitution. And if we do anything which gets turned down because of that means we don't know how to legislate. We are proving that, okay, we are lawmakers though, but we don't know how to make law. When you don't know how to make law, it will be turned down. When you don't know how to make law inconsistent with the legislative jurisdiction of the state legislature, it will be turned down by the governor. Or it will be referred to the union government, as you have seen it. So it's a question of, whether the intent of the government was to play to the gallery, or did they have a serious intention to really protect the interests and address the concern of the people and the state? That is where the question lies. There has to be honesty. There has to be clear, honest intention to really do justice to the concern of the people of the state. This is exactly what we did, along with the involvement of all concerned, all the stakeholders.
Umentri rangba benrap ke sarkar jela ba prestun tensong ubadai khmi ru yakatana DCA ulaong ba ke sarkar jela kadang ele ting e banwat ekilin lat kilinti banpej yaki jing e kiba yakendu daki nontre jongka Giant Hills Autonomous District Council JHADC bat ke Garo Hills Autonomous District Council GHADC.
Habayade bat kajing penjelan ka samoy trikam jangki atli ki ADC Sha kan riu benai na kiliang umentri ulaong ba na kadau jong kajing pan por jongki delimitation committee kumta ka sarkar kelarai ban penjelan sa kan riu benai. Habayade bat kajing penjelan ka samoy trikam jangki atli ki ADC Sha kan riu benai na kiliang umentri ulaong ba na kadau jong kajing pan por jong ka delimitation committee kumta ka sarkar kelarai ban penjelan Sha kan riu benai.
We are working out. So we are working out. I think you will be able to know because some issues are there where I think the questions and then the motions will come up again during this current session. So CM will say something about it, and we are working out not only for the thing, not only for the Garo Hills Council, but even for the Giant Hills Council.
Sir, these non-gazetted employees, they are not getting salaries. They are raising issues out of that. So,
Non-gazetted what?
Non-gazetted employees of GHDC are not getting.
No, yeah, both. Not only Garo Hills, Giant Hills and Garo Hills, both are not getting their salaries. Whether gazetted or non-gazetted, both are not getting their salary. I'm telling you. So therefore, now from the government side, we are working out. And I've already discussed with CM. That's what I'm saying. Now I will not say anything much because CM himself, he will speak during this current budget session.
Has the delimitation committee submitted their reports?
Not yet.
How long will they take?
That I don't know because they sought time. They sought time for another 6 months, and that's on the basis of that only we recommended to the governor for the extension of the term of both Khasi and Giant Hills District Council.
Sir, so the royalty shares to both these district council, Garo and Giant has been cleared by the government?
See, these are all the ongoing process. It is not necessarily that every financial year ending you need to clear it all, depending upon the collection, and then after that deduction and then adjustment here and then the rest will be released to the respective district council.
So that means the government is thinking of bailing out both these two district councils.
Yes, we do that.
Umentri rang baga jelau kondat ke sama menhak si balang jong ke Taiew habai krem kilat pathai Khubor lagadon em kalat ban pinduna ya ka rukam shimram nakalian jo sarkar ula ong ba kani ka rukam shimram kadei kabala jule da baro ki sarkar ki badan hapori India
Ula ong ru bana kaleng ke sarkar pedeng kala bu ru dau pot haduk kat no balak ban simram pada ke balak bu de ke sarkar pedeng ke sarkar jelaru kamla ban tam ya ute upot kumta ula ong kat ba ke roy kesan kadang kiu kumta ru ke sarkar ka yai lang haki jing dan kam ban pelut pada badan kam ru hap sim beit da karam.
See, it's like this. When it comes to borrowings and the expenditures and the different schemes that we take up, Government of India has very strong mechanism and they have a very strong monitoring system where no state can go beyond a certain level. So at the end of the day, even if say Government of Meghalaya desires to or intends to take anything beyond what it is supposed to take, Government of India will put a stop to it. So there is no way in which we can go beyond certain limit. The question that you're asking is that these numbers are going up, but that's what growth is. Any organization or any state has to borrow. It's the normal process. But the question is that the borrowing has to be within a limit. And if you don't actually end up using all the money that is there at your disposal for the growth, then you are also being responsible in one way of not really utilizing the sources that are available. In large cases, if you look at economies that are facing difficulties, you will find that governments obviously come in and they always pump in and spend more so that they give a boost to the economy. So government plays a very important role in order to give that inertia and push to the overall demand, and that's what we've been doing. But that effect and the sustainability should be reflected in terms of the businesses and entrepreneurship and investments that should come up. And hence, if you look at our program policy, while the government is spending, we're also ensuring that we are creating that sustainable environment for private sector to come up, because that's how ultimately we'll take advantage of the overall investments that the government is making. So it's a complete strategy which involves different stakeholders.
UMLE kaseng Congress na umsning constituency Dr. Celestin Lingdo menhakasi palay jong Taiew uladawana ka sarkar jilla bagadeban bu dakajing tokit hagabay de bagajing pinyat kam ya ka scheme Jal Jeevan Mission JJM kabri ka scheme na kabenta ban pinpoy ya ko umbam shabaro kilong gieng kitay nong kendong
Habawan ra ek resolution hapo ying dot bar thau ain jeng kemang tingka Dr. Lingdo laong ba ka jingmut jong kene ka scheme bal abe pisa da ka sarkar pedeng kalong ban penyo syaki ying brew hinre haki babuan teli kisnong bala lap bawat lada ki kor kila po haying ru penban ko kam ju poi ne mi satya na kine ki kor kumta da ka jing krisyan lang jong ki wei ki para MLA u Dr. Lingdo uladawa bade bantung da ka jing tokit halor ka jing pentrai kam ya kene ka scheme nama laong bakane ka scheme JJM kadai ke babuan pisa bha kumta.com bantok kit khnang ban lap ye ke jing bambiang ka rukom trekam.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, thank you for allowing me to move this resolution. The resolution is that this House do now resolve to constitute an inquiry commission to study the manner of implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in the state of Meghalaya.
You may initiate the discussion.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the subject and topic of JJM has been discussed time and again, and I believe all the honorable members in this august House will be able to feel different experiences in relation to their respective constituencies. And when I say experiences, I mean some of the experiences are unpleasant when it comes to the standard of implementation of the Jal Jeevan Mission. Why I say that is because there is a lot of disparity and gaps between the government records and what we see in the ground reality. Even in my own constituency, when I see that it is not properly completed, whereas the contractors receive the complete bill, that pains me a lot. On this very same topic, the MLA from North Shillong 2 days ago brought a short duration discussion that is on the 20th of this month. And that short duration discussion was, quote, actual physical status of JJM in the state vis-a-vis progress declared by the government and which is recorded in the JJM online web portal, unquote. So JJM scheme in the state of Meghalaya runs into, if not thousands, I know it'll be hundreds of crores of rupees. And as legislators who represent people, we expect that the implementation of JJM should be at least, if not 100%, up to the mark it should be. Now many villages in different places, the degree of their frustration is increasing day by day. Why I say that? That anger is clearly shown, sir, by some NGOs going to the Lok Ayukta court in the state. I will quote an example. On the 4th of February 2024, the Shillong Times ran one headline. The headline reads, quote, Lok Ayukta orders investigation into Neki Kona JJM scheme, unquote. That was the headline in the Shillong Times. Now, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, should all the villages go through the Ayukta to get redressal to their grievances? I feel that is not the way. Every village do not have the privilege to have a lawyer amongst their group. The Neki Kona JJM scheme that went to the Lok Ayukta were lucky to have a lawyer amongst their group. That group is called the Garo Hills Youth Organization. So they went ahead. My question to this August House, through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, is the Lok Ayukta the only way to rectify the lapses in the JJM scheme? If that is the case, this August House is doing a disservice to the people if it cannot rectify the defects in the JJM scheme. And the JJM scheme is sanctioned on behalf of the people. I feel it is the duty of this House to set up mechanism to check how really the implementation is done. Sir, while bringing this resolution in the House, it is clear in my mind also, it's not that I just blame the implementing agency, that is the PHE department. It is clear in my mind that there is work done. In my constituency and in many other constituencies, work is done, or it is seen as done. But Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the most important part of implementing JJM is water in the pipes, which is missing. So that is why the objectives, when JJM was declared, I went through that mission document of the scheme, the mission and the objectives, and one of the catchy abbreviation that I found in the scheme is the FHTC, Functional Household Tap Connection. Functional means when we open the tap, there should be water trickling down to our buckets or mugs. That is missing. And there are many instances, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, where villages, I don't know whether it is there in the guidelines within the department, there are many interior villages where pipes were connected and used with plastic pipes. And the sad part is, those plastic pipes were left overground. And in the villages, when there is a jungle fire, the fire runs non-stop. And when it gets plastic pipes to run through, it burns much more. then what happens to the water supply? There's no more water. And another catchy word under the JJM scheme is sustainability. Now, if you fit a plastic pipe that burns, where is that sustainability factor within the JJM? I would like also, sir, to stress through you, all the members, be it in the ruling or the opposition side, when it comes to inspection or assessment of the progress of the work under JJM, most of us would like to be part of the team that inspect. But sad to say, if you read the Highland Post, it is an e-paper, Highland Post of 6 November 2023, it runs one headline like this, quote, "Government accused of sidelining Maulai MLA from JJM review," unquote. The question is why? Are they afraid that the particular MLA will demand that it has to be done properly? Are they afraid that the scheme should be 100% implemented with taps in the water? Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, November was the turn of MLA from Maulai to be sidelined. Tomorrow it could be my turn. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow it could be somebody else's. So this, I feel, should not be done. In the MGNRGA, or Manrega that we call in short, there is a mechanism put in place, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, to assess the quality of work, and that is called the social audit mechanism. What is the harm? Now, according to my resolution here, JJM being such a big flagship program of the central government, where crores and crores of money is being pumped into our state, with its scale of funding, it deserves nothing short of an independent inquiry, sir. This is what I demand, and I believe all members of this house will agree to this. Unless we have an independent inquiry commission, we will not be able to know the exact ground realities of the implementation of JJM in different parts of the state. Where I stay, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I can 100% say that there are pipes and taps in the village where I stay, but there is no water. That is also JJM. I can name so many villages where there is total failure. So through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to ask this House certain pertinent questions. Number one, should this House turn a blind eye to the disgraceful implementation of JJM scheme? Should we turn a blind eye? Number two that I want to ask question here is, are we not elected to this August House to respond to the aspirations of the people? Through you, Deputy Speaker, sir, the point or the question number three that I want to ask this August House is it not the duty of each and every member of this House to ensure that the schemes are fully implemented as per objectives of the scheme? Are those not pertinent questions, sir? JJM in Meghalaya, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, will be accepted as satisfactorily implemented only under one condition. And that condition is if we add a prefix before FHTC. And that prefix should be N. I will tell you why. The report of completion of JJM should read like this. FHTC component of JJM is fully implemented in Meghalaya as NFHTC has been satisfactorily done and completed 100%. What is N? N is non-functional household tap connection. If they add that N, we will agree that it is nicely implemented. But if that is not agreeable, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to request through you, in view of all the points that I have mentioned, it is very important and the need of the hour to constitute an independent inquiry commission to review or to study the implement of JJM mission in Meghalaya. With these few words, sir, I move that this resolution be accepted by the House. Thank you.
Hadirin gitu ki Khubor ni sang eswa shipor ni serangan phai shafi dang ai sa ban ngi na ka bentai ki ni ki pai Khubor ki banasa. David le ai ga sarkar halor ka kai port ka jingdon u do yong ha depo ong Dr. Mukul ka jing bamlai port ki regional committee ka long ka jing yakren pen bet put ong ba prestun ki pulit ke jela ki lalong ki balakre ladaja ba ka GNLA ka mi perthai biang Beliau Menteri Ketenat Ayush ya ki projek ka nea banpin klannya ki kam sumar Ayurveda bat homeopathy bat kiwe de ki Khubor.
Citizen first is our motto. We believe that our citizens need to be connected with government for faster and efficient service delivery. I am happy to announce that we are coming up with a dedicated CM helpline call center.
Pidaya pe yangi kari khasi channel yin pe tang biaman tai Khubor. Kaseng Trinamool Congress kabadon hakaliang persya manaksini kong jong katayo kalaong bakan kta ya ka sarkar lada kamla banle ai halor ka kai phot jong udo yong ubla dep lum jingkhen bat ka jinge pher bat udo yong ubala lum ha depo ha mauet bat kani kablawan ra ru ya ka jing arta tin ha ka bai day bat ka udo yong ubala shudeli lam da ka Coal India Limited CIL.
Dr. Mukul Sangma unong ilang ke TMC ulaong palak milinti ke sarkar ban le AA namar bale ke kendon arpwe jongka MMDR Act khat khandai san punyo kaya thu ya ke jingdon kam jongki bor penyaj ban le AA haba la yo jingtip halor kene ke benta ulaong ba ke sarkar kamde ban ab yeno ban ujor I jahar namar kadai ke jingle persya ke baha ban ngat hapok ke ain kumbalong ke pokso.
See, you have to be looking at from very practical angle based on the report what is coming from the ground zero. Is it a fact or not? Now, but please remember one thing. This story is about the alleged quantity of coal which has been projected as there in the particular designated depot. And we should be thankful to Shillong Times for having really gone to the ground zero, getting these whole details. and indicating what exactly is there. So, therefore, this is one important aspect of journalism. Media has to be always ready to be investigative. Investigative journalism has done lots of good work and have really protected the interests of the people and the nation as a whole. So therefore, I must commend the media. And in as far as the media in Meghalaya is concerned, we have reasons to reaffirm our trust and confidence in the media. It has been vigilant, it has been assertive. I only have one complaint. Please go more repeatedly to rural areas and to western part of Meghalaya also, so that this kind of informations, which is an eye-opener for the people as a whole, can be appropriately shared in the media. Now, we expect the government to act. Why? Because please remember that Section 21 of MMDR Act 1957 is a cognizable offense. Cognizable offense. So cognizable offense requires the authorities concerned to act on the inputs. They don't have to wait for anybody to go for an FIR, because it is a cognizable offense. What are those other cognizable offenses, like cases under POCSO and all? You see hyperactive police, you see hyperactive other friends who are responsible to ensure that this particular provision of law is enforced. Similarly, in this case, it should. It should. But if it doesn't happen, it will prove beyond reasonable doubt the complicity of the authorities concerned. Full stop. And when I talk about complicity of the authorities concerned, the complicity of the authorities concerned at multiple level, inclusive of all those who should take cognizance of. Okay. Now, which call are they talking about to auction? Which call? Okay. Who are the authorities who are assigned with this responsibility in as far as the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in respect to the illegal mining pertaining to the state of Meghalaya is concerned? Read the judgment dated 3rd July 2019 by the Honorable Supreme Court. So therefore, all this, I would like to caution everybody who are thinking that, okay, they will have immunity in spite of being in complicity in facilitating this kind of irregularity, which can have a crippling effect on the economy of the state. So therefore, let us see whether the government take cognizance of this irregularity and act upon, or otherwise we will take the government head on.
Menteri Ketenat ki kampo yeng ke Sarkar Jelau Bedeiru Menteri Rangba Benrap ka Jelau ba Preston Tinsong Ulaong ba ka jingekren halor ka jingle don bor jong ki pulit Assam ha ki chaka ki bedan hapdeng ka jingya ka japut ka ya lajan man la ka arne lai sin ha ka shitayo hapdeng Menteri Rangba ka Jela Meghalaya ba Menteri Rangba ka Jela Assam.
Ulaya turu ba ka jing hangne ka dei kapo ka block 1 bat block 2 ha ka ba kine ki hap hapo ka jing pek ki district council pat ki bol penya ya ki kam ha kine ki jaka la pek da ka karbi yang long autonomous district council bat yakum kine ki jing ja barit na ka liang Menteri Rangba ka Jelau konrat sangma ula de banyak kren bat Menteri Rangba ka Assam bat na ka liang ka Assam kan sakren ya kane ka kam pat ka karbi yang anglong autonomous district council.
See, I think, see, just bringing it in house, because see, the reality is in the spot. And let me just tell you one thing. I think this is manhandling or the the high-handedness towards the public. Even that also, I'm telling you, it is subject to verification. You cannot just blindly say that, because see, the talk between CM of Meghalaya and CM of Assam is almost twice or thrice a week. Okay, almost twice or thrice in a week, where what they do, they share even the small issues like that subject where the MLA, honorable MLA from from Mahati brought in. these issues has been discussed with the thing with the counterpart, and not only that, even in the level of the district administration, both sides they keep talking about it, and the real issue here is especially when you talk about block 1, block 2, because see, block 1, block 2 again, the whole administration falls within the district council. It is with the Karbi Anglong district council. It is not that the entire small issues learned or known by the state government. In their level, they did. And then CM has already clarified also. He has already replied that even for this particular instant case, what happened was the district council, ranger, he went to court. Okay, they filed this issue in the court. And then ultimately the court took cognizance of it. In fact, it is not the state government of Assam who did it. This has been done by the district council, by the autonomous council of Karbi Anglong. So while discussing between CM Assam and CM Meghalaya, CM Assam, he said he will also intervene with the district council concerned, and if possible, if they can withdraw the case, I think that is the best step to carry forward in the because we are in the midst of discussion, negotiation, and talks is still on.
Unong ilam jong kaseng TMC kabadi gawin na kiseng kabadon ha kaliang persya u Dr. Mukul Sangma ulo ang baka seng kalong kabal kloy bat pli na kabanda kajiya trailang da kajiya long paralok hapo India block hakaway na ki seed MP kibadon hapo kajala.
Ulaang baki parti hapo ke India Block kidang ya persyang banwat la kandang don syusyu kejing ya penbeit ha kano kuno kejela ong biang unong yalam ke TMC. Ulaang ru ba ka don kejing pen ne kedau balada kum kine karai ka don kejing ya penyeso halor kejing temu jong ke India Block kala abandon kejing ya kun ke ba atli kisit bat kala don ru kejing pelilat bat ki porlok ban ya kun tang na kawai kesit bat kawai kesit tel atikna beit ban ya kun MP.
You see, we are discussing. In fact, some names are evolving. Some names have been already coming as suggestion. But there is one thing, because the parties in India Bloc at least are still trying to have, will there be any more adjustment in any of the states in as far as the seat adjustments are concerned by the constituent political parties in India Bloc is concerned. Therefore, we are awaiting in as far as Meghalaya is concerned. But our indication from TMC is that if this kind of decision eventually give fruition to the intent of the India Bloc, then let us look at the 2 seats, and we are open to at least corroborating with other partners in one of the seats, and 1 seat we will definitely contest. Contesting 2 also. It also depends on how these discussions unfolds. Since this decision when taken at the level of the chairperson, then only I can say final. I am not going to say it's final, because the decision has to be taken at the particular forum which is chaired by the chairperson.
Menteri Ramba Kajalau Konrad ke Sangma ulapan pawe kajing sengo kemen ban pediang burame ki arngut ki MDC ujong ka mau kerwat bat ujong ka mairang bat sa wepat ru MDC ubar rim jong ka sora ki belalit ban pinyas no ila dia chaka yang ka sem jong ka National People's Party family bat ula pediang buram sengo baharu ya ki wepat ki nong yalam ki bana ki constituency ki ba pher ki belalit ban pinyas no ila dia bat ka seng manaka sining kong jong ka Taiew.
Kini ki arngot kidei uba bat scam tiang MDC ke Marang bat uba kanes so sang MDC ke Makorwat. Alor kini MDC berim ke Kongres na sora uba Doniwan Karwat lang ru ulami no na ke Kongres. Kini ki MDC bat MDC berim kilarai bat penyeso no ilade syaka National People's Party NPP kebalanang Aiman Sim ya NPP hakajing penkre ban mi syaka lempung yakun jong ke election MP Lok Sabha kaban long hakine ki kindiat benai ban wan. Yakina gilai ngut lap yang buram menta kesngi da National President ka Party Kornat ke sama padu President ka National People's Party Meghalaya ba Preston Tinsong hak jingilang ka balalong hapo ka office troikam ka NPP halai chumer.
Thank you, sir. Bawela to Sri Ganesh Soshan. Marcus, our minister, who is the working president of Dalhil, to kindly hand over. Thank you, sir. I request Masnova to kindly.
Yes, today in fact we are very happy that two sitting MDCs from Mokurbat and from Mairang and one former MDC from Sora today have joined the National People's Party family, and I take this opportunity to welcome Bakarnes and our other leaders who have joined us today from different constituencies, and also we are very happy to see that there has been a very positive move from many constituencies where a lot of leaders are today joining the party. The party organization is very active, and I must congratulate the state president, Preston Tinsong, for all the hard work that he's putting in. And as I said, we are happy to see the positive trend, and I'm sure that this positive trend of people coming and joining the party will definitely have an impact in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections also.
Sir, after backing?
No, you see, many leaders are joining from many political parties, so it's not just from a political party or B political party. People are joining us from different political parties, and as I said, we're happy about it. Politics always will have this kind of situations where, depending on the scenario, different leaders will join different political parties, and it happens in politics. And today, there are people joining us. As I said, we welcome them. Regarding the question of vacuum, there's never a vacuum in politics, because whenever there is a vacuum, then it's filled up immediately. So therefore, as we move forward, as I said, we're hopeful that the positive work that the MDA 2 government headed by the National People's Party today is moving forward. So we do expect that we will get much more positive response in the coming days.
Umentirang baga jilla konrat ke sama ulaong baga sorkar kalawan ra ya kajingkala hapo ka Meghalaya Lok Ayukta Act hakasnam 2008 ban penlong ya ka kabatri kampura.
Habat jubab ya resolution balawan ra do MLA ke WPP dan North Shillong ba Adelbert Nongrum ukonrat loong baka Loka Yokta hapo ke Meghalaya Loka Yokta Act arajar khatsau klem ke jingdon commitment house nem arjar huwe kam sim nala bantrai kam namar ke ne ka ain arajar khatar kadan kam khndiat chairperson bat sangut kit khot ya ka ba sanpho na ka shispa ki de na ka judicial Wat kawai ke kam balai la kedai ke kam chairperson la neki dikot kan jinda pelong ye ke Loka Yokta ke bam la bantri kam. Nalor kene umuntirang ba oloong ba kine ke jingpin kela kidai ke badan kam ha ketai ke por namar kala don ke jing tenju ya ke rai bala penmi da chairperson barim ke Loka Yokta kata Justice PK Musahari judge ke Kohati High Court hakayeng ke Shakri Meghalaya High Court lingba ke red petition Number South Pa Arpoway Hajar Arpo Hakate Kapor Dang Tung Tang Yu Chairman ke Loka Yokta ke Division Bench Jong ke Meghalaya High Court Lingba ke Hukum Ba Khantriu Tarik Rempang Hajar Arpoway Kalapa ni kejubab na ke Sarkar Jila da ke baong ba da ke batung Tang Yu Judge Pala Syong Thai Kum Chairperson ke Meghalaya Loka Yokta Kampat Biang Setia Banyo Kum Ketenat ke Babiang Patri Kampura Habakmi ke Kendon Lai cho ke Meghalaya Loka Yokta Act arajar khatsau Menteri Rangba uyatu ba ke Sarkar Jila kala Syong Bishar ya ke Loka Yokta Act jong kiwei ki jila Bashem ba hakiwei ki jila kum ke Sikkim Haryana Jharkhand Himachal Pradesh Tripura bat kiwei ke Loka Yokta ke dei ketenat batri kam tangowei udkhot kum talawan ra ek jingpin kela house nem hajar phawei ban pelong ya ke Loka Yokta ke batri kam bat labujli no ya ke Kendon and Dakaor. Ulang bayakane ka kendon bapin kelatmai lara hakmat ke division bench jong ke Meghalaya High Court ke Basyang Bishar ya ka mukut rumah bayakane ka amendment la syam da kajing syakri bat pinksan baka Meghalaya lokayokta kala long ke Bateri Kampura. Hakaju Khubor Menteri Langba ulaya tu baka Meghalaya lokayokta kala Bateri Kampura menta hapo une chairperson bamenta bala simti ya kekam hakashicharik arjar poar baju sekretari babat ya kerdan sekretari hak sarkar Meghalaya latung pat do chairperson halal kajing pak keteng jong ke sarkar jila katkum ke kendon shipho Clause R jong ka nalor kene ya ke inquiry wing jong ke Meghalaya lokayok taru la deb bantung hapok ke kendon katwe jong ke act ya ke bala kli dau director of inquiry mabat hapo ya ke kerdan jong additional secretary ke sarkar jila la tungru ya director of prosecution pat kumjuru ya ki officer jong ke inquiry wing Upentip baki case bala register bat kalau kayokta hadu menta kilong lai pupra teli bala ke ba alpunyo teli ki case la deb ban pendep kentup kito ki bala deb charge sheet khatwe teli ki case ki dei ki badang sateng.
Mr. Speaker, sir, Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to express my gratitude to Shri Edelbert Nongrum, Honorable MLA from North Shillong constituency, for moving this resolution in this August House on the matter. This House do now resolve to recommend that the provisions of the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act be amended so as to strengthen the institution of Lokayukta in the state and effectively deal with cases of corruption by public functionaries. So the Meghalaya Lokayukta is an institution established under the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014 and mandated to inquire into allegations of corruption against certain public functionaries and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. The amendment of Meghalaya Lokayukta Act in the year 2021 was carried out by the government to make Lokayukta functional in the state of Meghalaya. The Lokayukta under the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014, in absence of amendment carried out in 2021, was not even functional, as the unamended Meghalaya Lokayukta Act required minimum of chairman and 4 members, out of which 50% shall be judiciary. Even single vacancy, either to the post of chairman, chairperson or member, would have made Lokayukta dysfunctional. The amendment of the Lokayukta Act 2014 that was passed by this August House in 2021 amended Section 3 by replacing the word "and" with "or." So the word quote "and" unquote with the word quote "or" unquote in clause A of subsection 2. This amendment achieved the statutory purpose of making Lokayukta functional. Mr. Speaker, sir, the amendment in 2021, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the amendment in 2021 was carried out so as to fill the lacuna in the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014 as the definition of Lokayukta as provided in Section 3(2) contemplated that Lokayukta can function and discharge the duties only when Lokayukta consists of chairman and 4 members. These amendments were very much needed, as there was a challenge to the decision passed by earlier chairman Lokayukta, that is Justice P.K. Musahari, retired judge of Guwahati High Court, in the High Court of Meghalaya, in writ petition number 421/2020. At that time, only the chairman of the Lokayukta had been appointed. The division bench of the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya, by order dated 16/2/2021, sought the response of the state government, stating that on a plain reading of Section 3 of the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014, and observed, and I quote from the order of the Honorable High Court, which stated that, quote, simply by appointing a retired judge to be the chairperson of the Meghalaya Lokayukta is not enough to be considered as a fully constituted and functional body in view of the plain language of the Section 3 of Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014, unquote. Hence, in other words, in order to constitute Lokayukta as per unamended provision of the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014, at all times there has to be a chairman and 4 members, out of whom 50% shall be judiciary members. The government examined Lokayukta Act of other states and found that in other states like Sikkim, Haryana, Jharkhand, Himachal Pradesh, Tripura, etc., Lokayukta is a single member body. The amendment was carried out in the year 2021 to make Lokayukta functional, and in order to give flexibility, the word "and" was replaced with the word "or". The amended provision was placed before the division bench of the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya that was hearing the case, and the amendment was noticed by the Honorable High Court and held that the Meghalaya Lokayukta has become functional. The Honorable High Court in the order stated that, and I quote, "The Meghalaya Legislative Assembly has passed the Meghalaya Lokayukta Amendment Act 2021, suitably amending certain provisions of the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014. Considering the contents of the amendment and substitution that have now been brought into force, it cannot be held that Meghalaya Lokayukta is non-functional at this stage," unquote. So the Meghalaya Lokayukta is fully functional with the current chairperson who assumed office on 1st of February 2022. Further, the secretary of the Lokayukta, who is in the rank of a secretary to the government of Meghalaya, has been appointed as the chairperson on the recommendation of the state government as per section 10(2) of the Act. Further, the inquiry wing of the Meghalaya Lokayukta has also been constituted under section 11 of the Act, which is headed by a director of inquiry who is not below the rank of additional secretary to the state government. The director of prosecution has also been appointed. The officers of the inquiry wing have also been constituted, and it may be stated that under the Act, all these appointments are made by the chairperson of the Lokayukta based on a panel of names sent to the Lokayukta by the state government. So the total number of complaints, cases registered with the Lokayukta till date is 38, of which 27 cases have been closed, including those charge sheeted. 11 cases are pending with investigation, and this shows that Lokayukta is functioning as per the mandate of the Act. And once again, wish to clarify that the amendment made in 2021 were made to strengthen the very functioning of the Lokayukta. Mrs. Deputy Speaker, sir, it may be mentioned that all the institutions, wings created under the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014, as amended from time to time, are in place and adequately staffed to handle all complaint cases filed in the Meghalaya Lokayukta so far. In the event of numbers of cases increases subsequently, suitable provisions are already available in the Act for strengthening the Lokayukta to deal with such emerging situation. Further, the chairperson under section 28(1) of the Act has the power to utilize the services of any officer or organization or investigation agency of the state government. Sir, I trust this clarification satisfies the honourable member and this august House, and I request the honourable member to withdraw the resolution.
May I know whether the mover will withdraw his resolution or not?
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I stand on my strong spirit of understanding that amendment of this Lokayukta 2021 is totally diluted the full composition of Lokayukta. So therefore, I will not withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, sir, Deputy Speaker, sir, if I may just summarize what I just read out. I think the honourable member has not understood the entire context of what I was trying to say. So the only amendment we made was in the word and or, which technically means, sir, that the Lokayukta today, in the earlier bill, unless and until all 5 members are appointed, whether there is a case or whether there is no case, unless 5 people are appointed, the Lokayukta cannot function. Now what we made amendment is that even if there's 1 chairperson is appointed, even then the Lokayukta can function. It does not mean that there cannot be 5 members. It says or, which means it can function with 1 member also, 2 member also, 3 members, 4 members, or 5 members. So therefore, it is a flexible option that has been given, which will make it easy for the government to ensure that Lokayukta is functional at any given time. For example, sir, suppose the term of a particular member goes, is over. And for some reason, we are now at 4 members and not 5. Based on the old act, the Lokayukta will stop functioning. It cannot function. But now with this provision, even with 4 members, it can continue till we appoint the 5th member. So it's a very, very logical and a practical way to ensure that Lokayukta functions at any given time. This is precisely strengthening the Lokayukta Act, so that at no given time does the Lokayukta not function. So therefore, I fail to understand why this issue is. As I said, it does not stop us from appointing more. If the honourable member says that, well, we should appoint more members, that's a valid point. We can discuss on that. But the question of not going ahead with this amendment is actually going very much against his purpose and the purpose for which the Lokayukta has been created. Because as of now, as I said, if you don't appoint all the members, with the 2014 Act, we will not be able to function, and that time only the chairman was there. So therefore, there are many factors like costs and other areas are there. As I said, like if appointing 5 members and suppose there are no cases. So all these factors have to be looked into when we moved ahead. So we have given flexibility to the bill, to the act, by simply giving the option that a Lokayukta can function with 1 member, 2 members, 3 members, 4 or full 5 members. In the earlier act, only 5 full bench could function, and that's the reason why the Lokayukta, even after the chairman was appointed, the Lokayukta was actually declared as non-functional. So that is what the basic point is, sir. I can't explain it any further, but again I request the honourable member to withdraw the resolution, sir.
Usaling sangma u MLA kaseng Congress budan hakaliang persau loong ba kadang don buon ba kajing khayi be an hai ki than khapod apring kari India bat Bangladesh bat ka sarkar jala kamla malay wat ha ki jaka ki barat tam ru habadon kum kini ki jing khayi be an te ka jing kli kalong kumno ka sarkar kala banle ha ka bai de ki bai pat ki jing ja ki bacha hakaleng ka jala
Haba pai sakaseng HNLC kabala pit pai biang syakikam kibala jule kane baro kadai na kadaw pakim sngau hon ni kijing kren bat kane la ru banjia kaju ya kaseng GNLA naba kila don kikam badangsa wat kijing ya kren esuk bat kaseng ANVC.
No, right now I can speak on that because you see lots of smuggling is going through through Garo Hills right now, even through Khasi Hills also. We have seen that day viraling this sugar, even the ginger, even the arecanuts and all the betel nuts. So that is going to Bangladesh. Its smuggling is going on. So if they cannot stop this smuggling in the border itself, which is only a few adjoining area with the Bangladesh and Meghalaya. So if they cannot check these areas, how do you suppose to make sure that they will be able to check the whole incident that is happening in the whole Meghalaya?
Well, since there was this release about this GNLA regrouping, how do you see overall law and order situation in Garo Hills?
That's what I was. That's why I was telling you actually. Now, if they cannot check, simple thing. In 1-2 area, this smuggling is happening with a huge truck. That's going to the border, and then they, with a huge numbers of sacks of sugar is going outside the Bangladesh. Even it was protected. If they cannot check the smuggling, then how do you supposed to, think that they can check the small, minute things that is happening within our stone state?
No, is it that the GNLA has some grievances which were not addressed by the government, their package and all?
No, it's the duty of the government. You see, last time, even the the HNLC went back because they were not satisfied with the talks. So maybe this might be happening with the GNLA also. And then, moreover, yesterday or day before yesterday, I think one of the senior members, Dr. Mukul himself, has said that there are certain pending issues that needed to be settled with the NBC. Some kind of agreement was there. So that way, they might have been thinking about the certain issues which they are not satisfied. You never know. I cannot speak on behalf of them or anybody. I can speak for the people only.
Hadin gitu Khubor ngin se sangi ashwa biang sa shipor tang shibit arbit hadin ngin swan phai biang shapidang yai sab ani nagabentai kini kui pat ki Khubor ki pulit ke jela ki lalong ki balakre ladaja baka GNLA ka mi perthai biang Beliau Menteri Ketenat Ayush ya ki projek ka nea banpin klan ki kam sumar Ayurveda bad homeopathy bad kiwe de ki Khubor
Citizen first is our motto. We believe that our citizens need to be connected with government for faster and efficient service delivery. I am happy to announce that we are coming up with a dedicated CM helpline call center.
Pelawan Pai Biang Singi Krikasi Channel nginya betai mentai ki Khubor ki berasa. Menteri Rang Ba Benrap ke Sarkar Jela beri kami ya katanat ki kampo yeng jong ke Jela uba Preston Tinsong. Ulang ba ke Sarkar Jela ka yai wer ya ka seng Hinyotrap National Liberation Council HNLC bakan wan sya kami jing ya kren yasuk.
Ulang ba ke Sarkar ka yai peteng ban khot ya ka HNLC ban wan ya kren Henry ke Syong Pat Haki Pakin pa da ke jingtho la ka long ha kno karukom Henry ke Sarkar ka kwa be ya ka HNLC ban wan ya kren yasuk bat ke Sarkar.
One committee no, I come there. Anything like that invite, we keep inviting the shop by the Nakalan Toki. Kay Kabala ki let's say ki kwa ban boy kataka jing kren room at like in kandas kansado di official communication with us.
Uba Preston Tinsong Menteri ka tanat joki kampo yeng ke Jela ulaong. Baki pulit ke Jela ki lalong ki bapen kre lada ki yo ka jing pen shisha halor ka jing mi ki Khubor ha ka bai de ba ka jing pen rung seng bat ka jing mi perthei ka seng le no na Garo Hills ka GNLA.
Police forces is very much proactive and will make sure that regrouping does not happen.
But so how authentic is this report that they are trying to regroup?
That's what I'm saying, because now you are here to question me. Even me myself, I question myself. Okay, because you don't know whether this news is true or false. But what I'm trying to tell you, 24/7, police forces are always ready, and we are proactive to any such be it the news or be it the intention of maybe few group of people or maybe some young boys who wanted maybe to have that luxury of having a new group or something. But we are alert, and then we will not at all sleep, and we'll make sure that such regrouping does not arise.
Sir,
Not necessarily to strengthen the presence of police. I'm telling the police is on the ground. And number two, our intelligence report also is fully strengthened. So please leave it to us. But let me assure you, as I said again, that regrouping will not at all happen, and we are not going to allow that. Okay, thank you.
Umentri rang baga jelau konrat ke sama ula pentip baga sorkar ka pendut khat alak tingka mana ka benai na ka benta ki shispa anyo pusan ngut ki political appointees ne ki brio bela thungkam da ka sorkar ka badan ka boras inshar kum ki chairman ki vice chairman ki co-chairman kubat kum ta ter.
Political appointments are there in every government, and it happens in every system. So there's nothing wrong in it. Even in the past, the previous governments have justified that political appointments are there. And these are not very large financial implications that one has to look at, that it's creating complete things. So it's a way of really to involve the grassroots political leaders also in it. I think what is important for everybody to question actually is the effectiveness of these appointments, the effectiveness of these boards. And I think that is what is important for me as an individual. Appointment, yes, we have to do, we're doing. We want to involve the grassroots people, we want to involve political leaders in the system. But as I said, I've been very particular that they should function also. So you'll be happy to know just about 2-3 weeks back, I had a meeting with their Employment Generation Council, the board is there. I had a meeting with them, and I have asked them to submit 2-3 proposals, do homework, and find out ways in which we can generate different employment. I had a meeting also with the other boards that are there, like like MTDC and other boards. We keep meeting, like MIDC. So like that, I am very active also in ensuring that not only should they be appointed, but they should also be productive. We had a board meeting of the Eco Development Board also. So like that, what is important, as I said, is that whatever we're doing should have a positive impact and should have a positive result.
so what is over 7
parties, we have 6 to 7 political parties that are part of our coalition. You will also be happy to know that we have rationalized the benefits that are given to different political appointees. After rationalizing, even going touching 170, we are hardly paying a bit more than 12 lakhs per month additional to accommodate another 50 appointments that we did. So just by doing 12 lakhs rupees a month, 50 more political appointments were made. So we rationalized the amounts, rationalized the rates being given, and tried to, within the similar amounts, just a plus minus, as I said, of 10 lakhs, we're able to accommodate another 50 people. I think that's a very positive thing.
U Menteri Kesorkar kami uberi kami yakatana Health and Family Welfare u Mansuk Mandavia menakasi balang jong katayo hani hanong basalong ulapli dakaktin yaka Regional Consultative Workshop on Research Priority for Providing Accessible and Affordable Healthcare for the Northeastern States of India.
Baklan hagjing yalang Dr. Mandevaya ulaong baka sarkar ka kwa ban pentikna babaro manla way pa way kinla banyo yakilat sumar kibayar kat klem kano ke jingpin ye per hapdeng uba ruspa bad ubatlat ha kayo ka kot halo ke jing ang not jong ka sarkar pedeng nak benta ban kentiu ye ka thain sete lamingi Dr. Mandevaya ulaong hakine kispos nem balale ladon kijing persang ban wanra ye ka sha karensan kabayar kat lang hapo keri da ka bapinye habaro kiliang la kadei hakayo ka kot ka koi ka kya ki sura lingba karel ki e-waste kila lingba kawa abat ki roadway nalor ki waypat hakasin ka bankong hakari la yo ya ka thain chote lamingi bakala stang ban yo ya ka roi ka san kum ka engine jong kari India ulaong bagilat suma menta kila bandon bat yo ya ka ne ka thain baro ka way hakane program na kaliang umentri ka sarkar pedeng ula pliru ya ka chakayo bat pli ka master program on health economics and technology assessment MPHETA haka IIPH Shillong haka jingedon lang Menteri kena ke sarkar pedeng bakmi ia ke Health and Family Welfare ke Dr. Bharatiya Pravin Power bat ke Menteri ke kot ke kya ke sarkar jela ke kong am priling do
8 kg लगेगी चलो भारत माता की
Hakabayde bakajing aipor khat sansngi da kaseng kisamla pulie ka khasi students union ya ka sarkar jila bakan kindang ya kitu ki basong basa bean ki bakan thupru ikinong ri masi hapo ka Maxwellton estate nakalian jo menteri rangba benrap ka sarkar jila beri khmi ya katanat ki kampo yeng uba prestun tinsong ula ong ka basai balada don kum kita ki basong basa bean ha ka tege jaka kiri banlong ki balakre bakin sha kindang ha ka no por.
This is the responsibility of each district administration. In fact, district administration, they are on the job to make sure anybody is safe, they stay cool, calm. We don't have much to say on that. Number two, even for so-called illegal settlers, that again let the law takes its own course. So I'm very sure the law will prevail and the law will take its own course. And if it is true that they are illegal settlers, then ultimately they have to be ready to shift from from that location.
But earlier there was some court case which was pending. Has it been disposed of, sir?
No, the court case is still on. That's what I'm saying. So we have to see, we have to wait. That's why what I'm trying to tell you is let us wait and see. Let the law takes its own course.
Kinongelam jong kiseng kayado yong kibadan Hajante Hills kibadan hapo kashatri jong ka Meghalaya Joint Action Committee kibakan thop yaka Meghalaya Traders and Transporters ka Hajante Hills Truck Owners Association but ka Hajante Hills Cement Association kilaban pawa ka jing so kya ka bajira lor ka jing le amon jong ki karkhana penmi do bilat Hajante Hills.
Abaya kren bergelat patai Khubor ka singi thok deng kinongelam jong kitei kiseng kel ong bakisimen company ki badana East Hajante Hills kila le kat bakimon bat kiknyon ben yakinong shalan doyong bat mausun ki badai kina kene kajla bat kila kenoru bakane kawanjia namar pa omdon bakmi lang nakaliang ke sarkar na district council nakaliang general secretary ke JSC uba pasi ulaya thuru babon bha ke jingdu nong nakaliang kejingyo lom khajna ka ba ka sarkar ka de banyo bat kila dawa na ka sarkar banbu ya ka wei kalat custom station ha khuliang nang ba ka khajna kan omlai kai ba ban khang lat ru ye kejingyo lemon ki te ki khal khana mi deu bilat
dong ran ta dilatip laga da shlong de gane Eastern Hills de te bila set up diga industries mo andal set up these industries teng I ban piknyot ya ki local suppliers nado how dewyong nado how limestone piknyot di kata nang ta lagadon ki baki bat kalap kadon po jongki langi kit dewyong ki ong all ngiwat dewyong ba ha andre ki ong besniu ki don kalap kalabotri don pat ki hang to ki analyze ki test yang itu ki ice contents lani ki moisture contents kata kendeu ne ka jingdan go hatau dewyong ki ai report hi maki mdon ngi tep kat baki ai ngi hakban pun ka sarkar kamdon tira ban don lang hanto lani ka district council kamdon tira ngi pajbar ngi tep la pelada ngi kidau do hakali jong ro la ngi kit kanu ton ro la subo ngi kit arpel ton la ton subo arpel ton example tegi apo gwe space ki tip maki ki operate maki la da arpel ki ong khatsan ngi hakban ngai temut kini ki manipulate ya ke business jongi ke bam la sobodong plus nagata ya ke bill ki ai jelang de ki benai sakosan sni arnai la benai andre ki briu jong ki pat ki le bat ki ai kat bakimon ki le hi ki wan hi ki thet hi de yong ro te ki la ban le kat bamon plus handor kata ro kan leakage jong revenue ro kalong ka ba he ba jing de bat cement factories ngi ba na supply do yong the supply do limestone mundon de kata ka jing check ke na ka DMR kamdon na ka tax kamdon na district council kamdon non gono andre ka lagi ki kali ki ya de ki spa ton de ki peu kali ki kali de yong ne ki mausun telada ka to ka revenue ka leakage revenue lada ka government ka tap ye kine ka leakage revenue ki deploy gitu ki agents jong government ang to Tanagane ga leakage revenue ka government ka laban senari ispa ligi dispa kilometer surok ka laban senari school gi hospital gi ege lada ga government katip subo kum ga district council jong state Jaintia Hills district council autonomous district council hoi kong kamdon tulok ngi hagine bau CMO ong ba ka government kam laban ai tulok ya ki staff jong ga district council ta ga district council ga don sei haba kita nado para kan naik lagi semen factory support stay lada district council kan katap gitu ke leakage revenue no limestone no doyong dan ni gino ke bo yagi kumno ban generate revenue ngatrai ba ke district council ka bon pisaba kala ban silut barohot ki itu telok jong da staff jong ka gi bisa lagi benai
Kasima Praharis kabadai ka kam kabadai bat ki shipai yada khaput Jongkari India hapot Meghalaya ka Border Security Force of Meghalaya kum shibenta ka jingyai beteng ban ai ya ka jingkashan ka jongki na ka benta ka roi kasan jongki pat ba nong shong shnong ki besong basa ha ki than khaput kala penlong ya ka program ai jing rap ya ki pat ba lani ka civic action program kam free medical camp ha ki chaka ba pher ha shilenter ka khaput lani ka border Jongkari India bat Bangladesh hapot jala Meghalaya
Kasima Praharis jangka 4th Battalion ki Sipai BSF Meghalaya kila pelong ya ke jing ai jing sumar bat ka kam yarap ya ki pai ba haki snong khaput ki bagentup ya ke snong Muktapur Jalia Khola Singkhat bat Lingkhat ki baha papo ka West Chante Hills bat East Khasi Hills District
Ummentri ka sarkar pedeng ubri khmi ya katanat Ayush Sarbananda Sonowal manaka singi thorin jong Taiew ulapli ya project ka baidei ba karukom sumar tinrai bat rukum ju ka baidei bat ka jingpen klan ya karukom trikam jong ka neya hapo nong ba shlong
Hakane gesngi usonawal lapli ga guest house ga babu ya unong remau na benta bente ya ka while laying administrative building ka pharmacy building bat boundary wall ka babiang ka surok ka bahaneya shlong Habakran yang jingelang ula ong baga sarkar pedeng kala kwa ban penbha ya kilat sumar hakitain chate lamingi padhalor kene kania kala yo pedeng ya kajing pendon kampisa kabalong chispa asa posan klotengka house name arjar arpulai ajar posau na kabenta ban penya de karukom trikam jengka Nakaleng usar bananda sonawal ulai thu baganeya kanbu ya ke OPD jongkalat sumar ayurveda pergamio peti OPD hasmet East Khasi Hills banyarap ikinong shong snong jongki arpo teli kisnong ulang bagjing sumar hendia bagjing koit da kadai kajing temu jong kajing bu ya ke ayush hakane ka program nalor usar bananda sonawal bakmiru ya ke tenat ports shipping pat waterways and ayush lai simbenta lang da kajing ai jingkren menteri kena ka sarkar pedeng bakmi ya ke ayush and women and child development Dr. Manjupara Mahendra nangta auskatri ka ayush wajha rajesh kotecha vice chancellor ka North Eastern Hills University Professor PS Sukla Joint Secretary Ministry of Ayush BK Singh haringkat lang director kaneya Professor Nita Maheshkar pada kene ke program nak pelong North Eastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy neya kejaka trikam hamau ding diang
एक व्यवस्था खड़ा की गई है उनके लिए भी आज इस सुविधा उपलब्ध की गई है क्योंकि आयुष की विकास की वजह से रोजगार भी संभव हुई है और इंडस्ट्री भी संभव हुई है और जिन लोगों ने फूड सप्लीमेंट हो दवाई हो इसके मैन्युफैक्चर में लगे हुए हैं उन लोगों ने भी दुनिया में एक अलग सा पहचान बनाने में सफलता प्राप्त की है तो इसके लिए मैं चाहूंगा कि आप लोग सभी विषय को विशेष रूप से ध्यान दीजिएगा आप लोगों को अध्ययन करना होगा अनुसंधान करना होगा और ये एक ही सी शादी है दिस इज एज ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी एंड इनोवेशन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इन सारे चीजों को इन विषय पर जोड़ के कैसे हम इसको आगे बढ़ाए इसका काम इसका चिंता आप लोगों को भी करना होगा क्योंकि परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हमें जितना 100% उन्होंने सहयोग की है 100% एक प्रधानमंत्री होने के नाते एक मंत्रालय को इतने बड़े शक्ति दी है इतने बड़े उन्होंने समर्थन दी है तो इसलिए बाकी काम हम लोगों का है हम लोग अगर इस विषय को समझ नहीं पाया इसके विकास के लिए हमने अगर मेहनत नहीं किया अपने दायित्व पालन नहीं किया तो हम अपने लक्ष्य हासिल नहीं कर सकते। तो इसे दुनिया में आज आयुष को WHO ने किस हिसाब से मान्यता दी है आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा। हिंदुस्तान की गुजरात की जामनगर में WHO का पहला एक्सटेंशन कार्यालय स्थापना की गई है। दुनिया में 170 से अधिक देश परंपरागत चिकित्सा पद्धति से जुड़े हुए हैं, लेकिन इनमें से हिंदुस्तान पहला देश है जिन्होंने WHO से ऐसा बड़ा स्वीकृति हासिल की है। तो ये हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि है। मुझे लगता है कि ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम मेडिसिन में जुड़े हुए हर व्यक्ति के लिए ये बड़े गर्व की बात है। इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि आप भी हमेशा इन विषय को कहते रहिए, बोलते रहिए, चर्चा में लाइए। आप अगर बोलेंगे नहीं, कौन बोलेगा? आपको बोलना होगा, आम जनता को जानकारी देना होगा क्या क्या नई नई व्यवस्था जुड़े हुए है, नई नई व्यवस्था। सो इन चीजों को आप लोगों को विशेष रूप से ध्यान देना होगा, मान्यता देना होगा, और इसकी जो भी हमारे लिए जो दायित्व बनते हैं, इस दायित्व को आपको हमको निष्ठापूर्वक पालन करना होगा। कि मैं तो चाहूंगा कि हमारे जो युवा है, ये युवा हमारे विद्यार्थी, आप निश्चित रूप से अगले दिनों के लिए ऐसे ही मन बनाइए। ये निया जो है, कुछ देर पहले हमारे सचिव राजेश कोटेश्वर जी ने बताया कि निया को हम मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल टूरिज्म के हिसाब से इस इंस्टीट्यूशन को खड़ा करना चाहिए। हिल इन इंडिया, हिल बाय इंडिया, हिल इन इंडिया, हिल बाय इंडिया, यानी कि हमारे निया की शक्ति को दुनिया देखे, दुनिया पहचाने, और दुनिया इन शक्ति को देखने के लिए खुद अलग अलग प्रांत से आए। यानी कि द क्वालिटी ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट, quality of practice, quality of medicine, quality of research in NIA will be such great that from all parts of the world people will desire to visit this particular campus. We shall make this particular institution one of the flagship institutions in the country and the world, and we shall earn laurel for the country, for this fraternity. तो इसके लिए मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों को मन बनाना होगा।
Haswa bangin pinkut ngin pitsungo biang shapi ki pang ki bokong san sa shisian. Wanra menteri rangba ya kamang tingka jong ke jela ka baduna 8,000 khandai klor tingka. Ka sarkar ka dangwa dikilat kilinti habai dei bagajing bamyu atulot ki nongtre ki artli ki ADC ongba preston. Dawa tokit ki MLA liang persha ya ka jing pentri kam ya ka scheme JJM. David le ai ga sarkar halor ka kai phot ka jingdon u do yong ha depo ong u Dr Mukul. Ka jing bamlait por ki regional committee ka long ka jing ka jing yakren pen bet put ong ba preston. Ki pulit ke jela ki lalong ki balakre lada jaba ka GNLA ka mi perthai biang. Beliau Menteri Ketenaga Ayush ya ki projek ka nea ban penklannya ki kam sumar Ayurveda bat homeopathy bat kiwe de ki Khubor. Dak itu in pen kutna gini tu Khubor kini tu mentang in se syam biang bat pi baro hakatai kwe bat katiyo ka banwan kublei pi baro bat so.